In this episode of leadership, I like to share my thoughts on teachers as leaders. Most teachers in universities, colleges, and schools do not realize the significant opportunities they have to show their leadership qualities and build others as leaders. I think teaching is one profession where you can directly build leaders among the students and other staff and all the people with whom you are interacting with. I have classified teachers into four categories. One category are the hardworking syllabus followers. You give them a syllabus and train them in that. I think they are marvelous in delivering whatever syllabus is given to them. These people do a great service by preparing students to pass their exams and achieve laurels. But this is not necessarily the best way of using one's talent, while this is a necessary way of using the talent. The second category of teachers, I call them as syllabus creators. They create syllabus, they change courses, and they do a whole lot of other things. Third category of teachers are those who are visionaries. They are not happy merely teaching. They look at the profession, they look at the opportunities, they experiment with students, they create new opportunities and new agencies that make a lot of change in the institutions, and in fact they end up building institutions. And the fourth category, like I talked of in effective people, are the visionaries and missionaries. The missionaries are the ones who have vision but work with a lot of mission, single-minded mission. I give a good example of a missionary, Professor Anil Gupta, a professor at IIM Ahmedabad. He is a creator of many institutions. His vision was that there is a lot of grassroots level innovations that are going on, and these grassroots level innovations need to be captured and disseminated across the world. He started a network called as Honeybee Network and a body called as Srishti, and worked with Government of India for innovations. And he is known every year to collect students from schools, get them to talk of their experiments and make these experiments available. In fact, most of the presidents of India used to come to the exhibitions and appreciate the experimentation and so on. So Gupta is a visionary, and he was a professor. He would do all the work that he is expected to do at the institute, teach the courses, take the students for a lot of experiments, take them out to visit several villages and document things. I think it's a great kind of a teacher whom I call as a missionary. A person works with vision as well as mission. Now there are many other professors. For example, if you look at somebody like Professor Pradeep Khandwala, I think all through his life he has devoted to working on design of organizations. From organizations he went to designing societies, designing the culture, applying all that he has learned. So for all through his life, since the time he came to IIM Ahmedabad in 1974, he devoted to look at the culture. So it is not just you teach a course or a few courses, but make yourself available, think big, spread the knowledge and create new knowledge. The kind of books that he has written on changing governance practices, creating a new culture, and societies of excellence, organizations of greatness, and so on. I think he's highly intellectual. So that is another leadership. He has provided intellectual kind of leadership. There were other people who are social reformers, like if you look at Trilochan Sastri or Shanta Sinha, or you look at Jagdeep Chokkar and Trilochan started Association for Democratic Reforms, and you find every time elections comes, a lot of data about these politicians keep coming up. I think this is a wonderful thing that they have done. At least I think certain amount of conscientiousness is getting created there. Shanta Sinha picked up a project. Observed that children from some backward communities are not getting an opportunity to study. To begin with, he got a girl, educated her, put her in the university guest house or library, and after that I think it went on to create a new body, a new association, and worked all through her life, and still working on non-formal education and getting children who have dropped out to schools and promoting a whole lot of things. So a teacher is not merely to teach. In fact, in some of the management schools, a teacher is required to teach only for about 120 hours in a year. And you can see 120 hours is nothing. I think hardly, if there are 50 weeks, you are teaching in a week about 3 hours. That's all. What do you do the rest of the time? So teaching is a great opportunity that provides for people to contribute the best, bring out the leadership competencies in them, and make their leadership available. You can be, if you are a teacher, you have all the time on earth. It's a God-sent opportunity. You could be leader even in syllabus creation, in creating a profession, in creating an institution, by providing administrative leadership, and so on. In my own case, I very hesitantly would like to say that the opportunities IIM has given were phenomenal. I was able to start, went on leave for a little while at XLR. I started the Center for HRD, then came back when I had to come back and started working on the National HRD Network, and created it and spread it and withdrew it at an appropriate time. And then the Academy of HRD, which was also created subsequently in order to pursue this. Well, some of these may be good successes, and some of them may not have been the best successes that are available. But all that it indicates is the phenomenal opportunity that teachers in educational institutions have to build other people as leaders. Now, if you have to build others as leaders, you have to think differently. You should use yourself as a resource, and you can accomplish a whole lot of things. Octopus values apply to them. Most important value for teachers is purpose. They should constantly examine the purpose for which they are working, create new purposes, and instigate others to create new purposes, and so on. The other one is experimentation. In terms of the values of experimentation, teachers can experiment both in their syllabus, outside syllabus, new projects, and so on. For example, today AI is practically drowning the world with new opportunities. So if somebody is interested in AI, I think you can learn quite a bit of it and start immediately applying for re-looking at the entire syllabus, re-looking at entire teaching instructional methods, re-looking at how do we maintain student data, re-looking at recruitment of students, evaluation of students, a whole lot of things. I think the moment you start thinking of AI as a concept and start thinking of using for educational purposes, sky is the limit. So friends, I think that is the way that we need to be thinking about life, and teaching is a great opportunity. You can be a great leader. Don't waste your time. Inspire yourself. Read stories about some great teachers like Abdul Kalam, I think, who spent all his life as a teacher, and get the best out of life. Thank you for listening to this video.